Welcome. Arsenal 4, Tottenham 1. Can you believe it? Arsenal reigns supreme in the North London derby, and so the Gunners made a loud statement that they want to win the league title. We've been talking about this for some time now, saying, does Arsenal have the quality to win the Premier League title? And Arsenal fans are playing it down, but hey, what we saw today, aren't you convinced that Arsenal can go on to win the Premier League title? Welcome on board. Welcome wherever you're in the world watching me, hearing the sound of my voice. Welcome. This is the Fun Factory. I'm Austin OKON-AKPAN, but on these streets they call me proudly Austin, and I love talking sports. But hey, this channel is sports, entertainment, and so much more. So don't worry when you say video of the video, boy. I'm trying to get into the entertainment space also, and so much more. So whenever the conversation is something we should talk about, we will get into it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You know the drill if you're not new to this channel. Welcome on board. Tell me, where you watching me from? TikTok, welcome. YouTube, welcome. Facebook, welcome. Yeah, we'll be rocking and rolling with those three platforms tonight. It's 9:21 p.m. in the United Kingdom. Tell me where you're watching me from. What's your time? And are you celebrating Arsenal? Are you a fan of Arsenal? I want to speak to Arsenal fans tonight on the show. I'll drop the links. Yesterday, I wanted to speak to Liverpool supporters, but they were so heartbroken because of what Nottingham Forest did to them at Anfield. But I'm sure Arsenal fans, they are all over the moon tonight because of what their team did to Tottenham. The North London derby doesn't come bigger than that. And of course, Arsenal showed that, yeah, they are not joking this time around. Gabriel posted a photo and tagged Richarlison. That's what's up. Arsenal fans, get in here. North London is red. Yeah, that's what it is. The Gunners. Eberechi Eze took things personal. What a way to score your first career Premier League hat-trick. Wow. Wow. Another wow. Because this is the same Eberechi Eze that Tottenham wanted. Man said, no, I don't want to go to Tottenham. And then Arsenal did what they did. I stole him from Spurs. And what a way to announce your presence. First North London derby, and it broke record. Eberechi Eze, what can I say? Give him the likes if you're watching. Give Eberechi Eze the likes. And I'm glad he's got some Niger connection in there also. You know, that's why I'm pumped up. You know, did everything for Arsenal today. Player of the match. In that match that, look, Tottenham pretty decent aside from their terrible form at home, and yes, they were struggling to win a game, I think, in their last 4 or 5 matches. But with the North London derby, hey, look, that's a fixture that can go anywhere because of the rivalry that exists between Arsenal and Tottenham. But the Gunners made it look so easy. That's why I'm asking that question. On TikTok, I was straightforward. I said, can Arsenal win the Premier League title? On YouTube, it is Arsenal demolished Tottenham in North London derby to open a 6-point lead. And I went on to ask that important question. Is it the Gunners title? That's what I want to know tonight. That's the conversation I want to have. I'm just all like, Austin, calm down. It's just week 12. But hey, 6-point lead at the top. But I think we've been through this before. We've seen it before. But this is a different Arsenal team entirely, because if you take a look at the starting lineup, you will see some of the names that you normally see for the Gunners. No Odegaard, no problem. No Gabriel, no problem. That's what we're talking about. No Martinelli, no problem. When you've got depth in your squad, no problem. And I think that's what Arsenal has been suffering all through the years. But this time around, that they've put some quality into the team. They've given it some bites, some depth. There's some deep things going on in that Arsenal, squad now. So there you go. Look at the starting lineup. And it looks just good enough to go on to win convincingly in North London derby. Guys, get into the conversation. I want to see my Arsenal fans tonight. Tell me, can the Gunners go on to win the Premier League title after demolishing their North London rivals, Tottenham? Just in case you missed it, that's what's up. Arsenal 4, Tottenham 1. On TikTok. Are you an Arsenal fan? Get into the conversation. Let me know what you're talking about right after the Gunners gave you that big win, that bragging right. They say London is red. And I'm saying, let's take it further. Does this now mean that Arsenal can go on to win the Premier League title this season? The Gunners, is it time? Do you just want to do it this time around? It's been a long time coming, but I think Arsenal fans are playing it safe. But I'm saying, hey, you've got the squad, you've got the team. No, you can go on, you can believe, you can start talking about it now. But hey, they understand that this is football where anything can happen. But this time around, I don't see surprises. I like the team spirit. I like the bond. New players that are even coming in, they're playing good football. It's looking really good for the Gunners, Right after the match, you can see how pumped up everyone, seem to be. Because I think Arsenal have suffered, for quite some time. But now, with the renewed energy in the team, with everybody showing that look, we can do what we haven't done before. I think Arsenal can go on to win. If you're on TikTok and you're an Arsenal fan and you want to be part of the conversation, get into YouTube. I'm going to drop a link now. I'll start talking to Arsenal fans. If you're on Facebook and you're an Arsenal fan, get on YouTube. Proudly Austin on YouTube, or my full name, Austin OKON-AKPAN. Get into the conversation. We've just seen Arsenal do something big in the North London derby. They've got serious fixtures coming up. I think there's Bayern Munich in there, there's Chelsea in there. But as I said, with this Arsenal squad, I'm saying no problem, because they've shown time and time again this season, though just 12 matches, we've seen them in the Premier League, but they've shown that, look, they can go on to play football with the squad that they've got. And that's why I'm asking that important question. Can Arsenal win the 2025-2026 Premier League title? Get into the conversation. Wherever you are watching, get into the conversation. I want to know if Arsenal can win the league title this season. I know why I'm asking. It's just week 12, but I just want to feel the pulse. I want to reach the confidence of Arsenal fans all over the world. I have some videos, but I'm just saying, can I play them? Can I not play them? But let me just let you listen to Uram Timbal. Uram had a fantastic game, gave the assist to Eberechi Eze for his third goal that sealed the hat-trick. And he's been speaking right after the match. Listen.
But it has to be a special day because we're playing Tottenham, and I think you could tell by the crowd, the energy and the noise, and I think also the energy of the guys. It was amazing today, and I think we did it together as one unity. And still need to breathe a bit, after everything that happened. But enjoy tonight, recover from here, and then Wednesday again, big game. I think everyone knows the amazing qualities he has as a player. I think he shows it on the pitch. Today was his day. Don't think it's a coincidence. This guy always works hard, and I think everyone loves him. His character is great. He falls into the group perfectly. What I say is, I don't think it's a coincidence. Maybe some people are surprised, but we know what he's capable of, and I'm happy he showed that today for us. I think he was amazing. I think he did great. He won all his duels. The energy he brings into the team. Obviously, it's not easy to replace Gabriel. Everyone knows how important he is for us. And the way he did it today in a game like this, I think incredible. It's still early. I think we're in November. We just got to focus on the next game. And I think that's the mentality. Today was great for the supporters. We know how important this game is. Now we focus on the Champions League. And then, again, is such a tough game coming up. So game by game. And then from there, we'll see where we end up in May.
That's right. That's Uram Timbal, Arsenal's defender. I think he said the right things, one step at a time, particularly if Arsenal can go on to win the league title. They say, hey, calm down, guys. There's still a lot of games to be played. But look, you can feel the confidence, you can feel the renewed energy. That spark right there that I talked about, saying, look, the Gunners, they know what they're doing. And as regards to Eberechi Eze, they said, look, this guy is a hard worker. We see him in training. They're so proud of him that he's doing what he's doing now. When you have this passion to play for, your boyhood team, and you have that opportunity to do it. I think that's what we're seeing with Eberechi Eze. What a spark he showed today, fantastic player, and deservedly deserves to win the player of the match. I think I have that video of him carrying the match ball. I'm just trying to find it. But Arsenal fans, I want to speak to you guys. Can Arsenal win the Premier League title? I want to know. North London is red. Arsenal destroyed Tottenham in that North London derby. Let me see if I have some people in here now. Yeah, my Arsenal people are coming. They're coming gradually. Fred's White, okay, my man. I like Olise. Raji Akiwumi says, up Gunners. Okay, we'll see. Raji, I hope you'll be saying this match day 25 or 20. I hope you will be screaming that. Oladele, Arsenal can win the league because every club who has led the Premier League by 6 points at this stage has won the Premier League. That's an interesting stats right there. We'll see. We'll see if Arsenal can do it. Confirmation of today's results. That's it right there. It doesn't complete match day 12. But Arsenal did the job today against Tottenham Hotspur. And that's the focus of this conversation. So wherever you're in the world watching me on TikTok, I see you guys. Welcome. If you're an Arsenal fan, tell me, can Arsenal go on to win the Premier League title? Do you think that this time around it's going to happen? We've been through this before, and God has just second. Are they going to break that jinx this season? Not just Arsenal. Leeds United, they lost at home today to Aston Villa. It was Mecha that opened scoring for Leeds in the 8th minute, and then Rodgers, what a player, stepped up for Aston Villa, did the job for them for the 8th minute, and the 75th minute, his brace sealed the win for Aston Villa and for Arsenal. As early as the 36th minute, Leandro Trossard. Before then, Arsenal had already shown, sparks. They've given us all the right signals that they want to win this game and they want to win it big. And Leandro Trossard did his thing in the 36th minute, and then from there, it was the Eberechi Eze show. Just before halftime. Gave us a beautiful goal. At the start of the second half, that was the goal I loved the most. And he confirmed that I loved that goal also. Made it Arsenal 3, Tottenham 1. And in the 76th minute, Eze said, okay, I deserve a hat trick. And then he sealed it. What a player. What a performance. Confirmation of today's results. I'm also scrolling the result just in case you missed it. Not just Sunday's result, also Saturday's results. I'll do a rundown of everything before I wrap up this conversation, but that's the league table. That's what's up. Arsenal right there, 6 points difference with 29 points. Chelsea second with 23 points. Manchester City is in third with 22 points. Aston Villa now climbed to fourth with 21 points. And Crystal Palace, they're in fifth position with 20 points. So there you have it, the top 5. But I'll just let you feed your eyes on that league table. And if you're an Arsenal fan, might just be saying to yourself that if your team continues this way, if they sustain the momentum, if they keep keeping on, then Arsenal will sit at the top of that Premier League table at the end of the season. Can the Gunners do it? That's the big question. That's what I want to know. That's the question I'm asking. Can Arsenal go on to win the 2025-2026 Premier League title? But shout out to the Gunners for what they did today, Big game. I thought that was good mental activity for them because that's the sort of game that if you blink, you start asking questions. But I think they showed character. They were composed. They played with a unity of purpose. Arsenal, I think bossed the game from start to finish, But what a goal from Richarlison, by the way. What a goal. Great awareness. That awareness was top class. Exquisite finish from the Brazilian. But hey, that goal wasn't just good enough to, take Tottenham or give them the victory. It was Arsenal all the way, and it was the Eze show. So I want to take more comments. Keep the comments going. Just see what my guys on Facebook are up to. But on YouTube, if you're watching me, when you get into the live stream, tell me where you're watching me from. I'd like to know where my people are joining me from, because that's how we rock and roll. Where you watching me from on TikTok? I see my people watching on Facebook. Arsenal fans, don't be scared. Tell me, Arsenal fans, tell me, can Arsenal win the league title this season? Raji, yes. Arsenal is winning this time around. We have what it takes, man. Okay. I hope talk is not cheap this time around. Yeah. More comments. Keep it coming on TikTok. Can Arsenal win the Premier League title this time around? We'll see. Let me just run through Saturday's results, and then I'll get into the reaction from Mikel Arteta right after his team's dominant win over Tottenham. Saturday's results in the Premier League, week 12, Burnley lost at home to Chelsea by 2-0, and you saw what it did to Chelsea on the league table. They would like it. AFC Bournemouth, they fought back from 2 goals down to play 2-2 with West Ham. Brighton over Albion defeated Brentford by 2-1. Fulham with a narrow win over Sunderland. What a finish, but what an assist from Nigeria's Super Eagles forward Samuel Chukwueze. Fantastic win, and the one that got everyone talking. Liverpool losing at home to Nottingham Forest by 3-0. Football will humble you. Just when you think you know football, it will humble you. So last night, I wanted to talk to fans of Liverpool. They said, no, Austin, we're not interested. We're not talking. 6 losses in the Premier League already for the Reds, the defending champions. Can you believe it? And that's how you know now that the situation is really red for Liverpool. What's the way out of this one? They signed big players. They spent money. We had the same Arne Slot that created magic last season. So why is it not happening for Liverpool this season? We'll see. But this is football, where anything can happen. But Liverpool, just 6 wins out of 12 matches and 6 defeats. Struggled. We'll see. Another big game that went down on Saturday. Newcastle doing just enough to beat Manchester City by 2-1. I skipped Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Crystal Palace 2. I've shown you the league table. I've shown you the results from Saturday and Sunday. Now it's to read your comments. So what do you think? Mark Abanum, this league season belongs to Arsenal. Only 2 teams have the character, but they are already trailing behind. Are you sure? Mark, this is just week 12, don't forget. And see, Chelsea, they're showing that they can compete. Manchester City is there also, So you never know. But Arsenal, I must say that you've got the quality, you've got the squad depth, but you must not blink. Yeah, because if you blink, you start asking questions. We've seen it time and time again. So we'll see if Arsenal can prove people wrong this season, because, we know what we know with Arsenal, don't we? So we'll get to see what they can do this time around. I told you, just in case you missed it, it finished. The North London Derby finished Arsenal 4, Tottenham 1. It was the Eberechi Eze show. It's as simple as that. Eberechi Eze took things personal, scored his first career hat-trick for the Gunners. It was a record-breaking performance for the former Crystal Palace player. Eberechi Eze became the first Arsenal player to score a North London Derby hat-trick in 47 years. 47 years. The last time that happened was in 1978. I'm sure 90% of the guys watching me now weren't even born at the time. I wasn't. And that's his first career hat-trick. What a way. That's a milestone celebration already for Eberechi Eze. Tottenham, they are winless now in their last 8 Premier League matches. Thomas Frank and his team, they must find a way to, get back to winning ways. They seem to be doing so well away, but with the North London Derby and an Arsenal team that is on fire, I knew it was going to be difficult. So guys, with the performance today, that's what I'm asking. I want to see Arsenal fans. Mark, if you want to be part of the conversation, I'd like to speak to you. Jump on YouTube. Raji, jump on YouTube. Olewa, I know you're an Arsenal fan. If you want to get on the conversation, I'm about to do that now. I'll drop the link. I just want to speak to Arsenal fans. About 3 of the Gunners fans, and then we'll wrap it up. I need to talk about the Nigeria Premier Football League also, and then call it wrap it up for the night. So I've dropped the link if you want to be part of it. If you're an Arsenal fan, I want to speak to Arsenal fans. I want to look them in their eyes and ask that sincere, straightforward question: can Arsenal win the 2025-2026 Premier League season? That's all I just want. When you say yes, you need to tell me why. Give me reasons why Arsenal can go on to win the league title this season. So Arsenal fans on YouTube, if you're watching me, I've dropped the link. Just click on it, get into the room, and then I'll bring you to have that conversation with us. It's going to be fun because right now Arsenal fans, they're really happy. Yeah, who wouldn't be, It's going their way, yeah. It's going the way. Things are getting better. Oh, shit. So Arsenal fans, yeah, it looks good. It looks good. It looks good. Up next, you listen to Euro and Timber. I talk about the Champions League game coming up, I think against Bayern Munich, a big game. Let's see what the Gunners can do. Emmanuel Kingsley, thanks. Emmanuel Kingsley, are you a fan of Arsenal? If you're a fan of Arsenal, click the link. Just Arsenal fans. That's what I want to talk to tonight. Arsenal fans. But hey, if you're not an Arsenal fan and you think Arsenal cannot win the league title, you can also tell me, we live for the banter in our world of sport, don't we? So if you're not an Arsenal fan, and you just want to say, yeah, it's just the early push from Arsenal. We know them. We've seen this before. They're not going anywhere. It's going to be same old Gunners. Yeah, we can also have that, So let me see. I saw a quote from Mikel Arteta. I think it was AFC stuff that posted it on X. Let me see if I can bring that reaction up just to, I hear what the gaffer said right after that big win against Tottenham in the North London derby. Yeah, that's it right there. If you're watching on YouTube, it's right there in your face. Mikel Arteta on the win. I enjoyed every minute of it, from the preparation, since the moment that the players came back from international duty. I sensed the feeling that they wanted to be together again, that they were ready for a fight and they were ready for a big week. Then you have to deliver it with the energy that our people brought to the stadium. It made a huge difference. I think individually, the players were exceptional from minute one. They were super dominant in almost every phase of play. So, a day to remember. You don't win a derby 4-1 every time. Hopefully, we made a lot of Arsenal supporters very proud and happy. Mikel Arteta, Arsenal manager. So that's, he's speaking to you fans, said, hopefully he made a lot of Arsenal fans proud and happy. And that's why I want to speak to Arsenal fans that are proud and happy tonight on the show. So Arsenal fans, click on that link, get into the conversation. Mikel Arteta is proud of you guys. He's hoping that he made you guys proud. You don't win a derby 4-1 all the time, and I completely agree, because look, a derby is a derby. Tottenham might be big load of trash, but the moment they see Arsenal, they will get into form. That's what a derby does. Manchester United might be struggling, but the moment they see Manchester City, they get into it. That's what a derby can do, So it is what it is. Mikel Arteta deserves, the players deserve all the praise that they're getting from the manager. And he said right after the international break, he sensed it, he saw it, that these guys, they want to play football, And I think that's the character I talked about earlier. And that might just be the difference for Arsenal this season. Henry, welcome. Thanks for joining. Emmanuel, tell me where you're watching me from. If you're new to this channel, just get in and tell me where you're watching me from. I want to know. Emmanuel is saying thanks. Thanks, because I'm talking about Arsenal. You're an Arsenal fan? Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you too. Henry says, nice game. Yeah, Henry, you're a Chelsea fan. You said so yesterday. You think Arsenal can win the Premier League title? So since Arsenal fans don't want to tell me they can win the Premier League title, I'll let fans of other teams. I know Henry said something about Galatasaray, and I know they call Victor Osimhen, and one other team. I think you said Chelsea, yeah. So if you're a Chelsea fan also, I want you to tell me, no, it's not Arsenal. It's going to be the Blues. They are doing just enough. And at the end of the season, we're going to give them rhythm on Blues. Yeah, Arsenal, they have the opportunity. I completely agree. They have the squad, and they're doing just fine. 2-3 seasons ago, if Odegaard is missing, Sakai is missing, Gabriel is missing, Arsenal can't win again. No cap. But now Arsenal can file out and play beautiful football, and that's what we've been talking about all the time, that all the time Arsenal seem to be struggling, that they need to boost that, they need to put in some, strength into the squad. I'm glad they've done that now. It's good. Let's see proper competition in the Premier League, and at the end of the day, there will be no stories. Let's see if Arsenal can really get us talking at the end of the season. So, big win, just in case you missed it. Arsenal 4, Tottenham 1. That's one. Clearly, North London is red. I'm going to bring that up again. North London is red. Arsenal with the bragging rights. And that's the sort of momentum you want to take into the Champions League week, just so your opponents can go watch you and start trembling because you're as good as your last match, It's very, very important for Arsenal. And that's big game against Bayern Munich. So there you have it. Week 12 results, Sunday and Saturday. Which of these results got you talking? Yes, it was a big win for Arsenal, arguably the biggest win I've seen so far. But I think Nottingham Forest did just enough to be my team from week 12. Going to Anfield at a time that Liverpool really needs to win, and then you tell them, shut up, not today. We're here for the 3 points. And then they take all 3 points back to the City ground. That's massive, baby. That's audacity from Nottingham Forest, giving Liverpool their 6th defeat of the season. More reactions from Mikel Arteta. And if you're the manager, of course, you'll be talking, when your team gives you this sort of performance, you're going to talk. Any opportunity you have to talk about the game, you will take it. So let me bring up Mikel Arteta once again. And he was being asked that what is it that he likes about the game? And I quote, everything. The way we started, the aggression and the positivity we showed in our play from the beginning. We started to generate chances to go for more. We go for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. The team didn't want to stop. You could feel that there was something there in the tummy. Today, the atmosphere was phenomenal. I'm really pleased. That's from Arsenal's manager, Mikel Arteta. Arsenal fans, I want to hear from you. What do you guys think? What's your reaction right after that big win over Tottenham? Arsenal made a big, huge statement today that they want to compete for the Premier League title. I don't care if some of them want to stay humble and say, oh, it's too early. It's not going to happen now. We don't think that we can go on to win. But hey, this is a massive statement. 6 points clear at the top. And the guys who are behind don't seem like they can, really push, because Chelsea can be inconsistent when you don't expect them to be. Yeah. So I want to leave it at that. I want to leave it at this. Arsenal and what they have shown. Do you think they can go on to win the 2025-2026 Premier League season? That's the question that I'm asking on TikTok. Welcome. On YouTube. Welcome. Facebook. Welcome. I just want to turn this down a bit, and then we'll talk about Arsenal and everything that they seem to be achieving already this season. And bring up the league table again for the last time, and then I'll just go through the comments once again, and then we'll wrap it up just so you guys can watch the video. When I come do this Premier League review, I try to keep it short. I don't want it to go beyond 30 minutes, but just because I want to speak to Arsenal fans, but they're not coming up, so I'll just wrap it up. I started with Raji Akiwumi. He said, up Gunners. Yeah, Arsenal fans. They are happy. They like what their team seems to be doing. Oladele Akinyola said, Arsenal can win the league because every club who has the Premier League, who has led the Premier League by 6 points at this stage has won the Premier League. Is that a statement of facts? By 6 points? As a week 12 going to win the Premier League? I need to dig that. I need to look into that. Yeah, I need to look into that. Raji again said, yes, Arsenal is winning this time around. And we have what it takes, man. I see the confidence in there, Mark Abanon says this league season belongs to Arsenal. Only 2 teams have the character, but they're already trailing. We'll see. Mana came on said, thanks. Harry said, nice game. Harry said they have the opportunity. I totally agree. They did just enough. We'll see you today. Saying, hey, Austin, what's up, Oge? Thank you for your support. Thanks for always joining the live stream. Henry said, they're busy drinking and partying. I don't think so. They have a big game coming up in the Champions League, Let me just show you what they were up to right after the game. They were just pumped up, the sort of energy that you need when you get a big win against your rivals. So nothing more than that. I don't think they're going to be doing loads of drinking. That's the star boy Eberechi Eze right there with the man of the match ball, Noni Madueke. So Arsenal pumped up Calafiori, Leandro Trossard, Lewis Kelly, David Raya. Just when the right get into the dressing room after the win, they look pumped up. Just in case you missed it, maybe I should just play the reaction from Uran Timber again, and then right after that, I'll wrap it up. He's staying positive, particularly when he was asked about Arsenal going on to win the Premier League title. Listen.
Indeed, yeah. But it has to be a special day because we're playing Tottenham, and I think you could tell by the crowd, the energy and the noise, and I think also the energy of the guys. It was amazing today, and I think we did it together as one unity. And yeah, still need to breathe a bit, after everything that happened. But enjoy tonight, recover from here, and then Wednesday again, big game. I think everyone knows the amazing qualities he has as a player. I think he shows it on the pitch today. Was his day. Don't think it's a coincidence. This guy always works hard, and I think everyone loves him. His character is great. He falls into the group perfectly. What I say is, I don't think it's a coincidence. Maybe some people are surprised, but we know what he's capable of, and I'm happy he showed that today for us. I think he was amazing. I think he did great. He won all his duels. The energy he brings into the team. Obviously, it's not easy to replace Gabriel. Everyone knows how important he is for us. And the way he did it today in a game like this, I think incredible. It's still early. I think we're in November. We just got to focus on the next game. And I think that's the mentality. Today was great for the supporters. We know how important this game is. Now we focus on the Champions League. And then, again, is such a tough game coming up. So game by game. And then from there, we'll see where we end up in May.
That's right. It's Arsenal's defender, Uran Timber, giving his reactions right after that North London derby win. Massive win for the Gunners over Tottenham. It finished Arsenal 4, Tottenham Hotspur 1. And with that, now the energy is boiling in the camp of the Gunners. And you listen to the guy saying, look, we like where we are at the moment. Everything looks good. He talked about Eberechi Eze. He's got great character. He's a hard worker. And I think that's what you need to succeed. The character is right, and then you're doing what you need to do. Thanks to everyone liking the video on TikTok. I appreciate it. Keep it busy just so TikTok doesn't take it off. On YouTube, I'm just waiting to speak to an Arsenal fan. You mean no Arsenal fan in here? Gracious goodness. I know if it was Chelsea fans, they would have been getting in here to tell me this and tell me that. But Arsenal fans, I think they're just staying humble, saying, okay, not now. Austin, it's just week 12. We'll get back to it. But hey, when this video drops, get into the comment section. Tell me what you think. Can Arsenal go on to win the Premier League title with everything that they've done? After week 12, they are 6 points clear at the top of the Premier League table. What can stop Arsenal? Arsenal, is this the time to believe, to hope? Is it going to happen? Tell me. I'll see you around, guys. I'll see you again. But hey, I'm just going to do a change. Pick up my MPFL is beautiful. And get into that conversation because match day 14 went down in the Nigeria Premier Football League. I'll see you around again. That's it.